Hello, my name is Steve Hoffman. In Silicon Valley, they call me Captain Hoff because I am the captain and CEO of Founderspace. Today, I want to answer the question, should you go out there and hire a developer if you have the money or find a technical co-founder for your company? Let's say you have a big corporate client that's come to you and they've actually given you $500,000 or a lot of money. What do you do? And how do you compensate them? Is it better to give them equity or better to give them cash? Well, my answer is a little complex. So number one, if you are doing a work for hire business, if you are doing a business where your goal is to just be a developer for big corporate clients, then it's better probably to just hire somebody, pay them, and do the job. And also, you might be on a deadline, and it takes a while to get a co-founder. You need to make sure the co-founder is right. So you bring in the person and you want to test somebody, make sure they're really good, make sure you get along before you really give them equity. Now, that's one way. If you're doing a tech startup and the corporate client is like your first client, but you plan to productize this and give it out to many other corporations and really grow a tech company, in that case, I always recommend looking for a co-founder over just a hired gun, because hired guns never do as great a job. A co-founder, if you're building a product that is meant to be not just a one-off like work for hire, but something you want to be the foundation of your business, having somebody who's all in with you and is going to stay up late at night, be thinking about it in the shower, be thinking about it when they're on their breaks, constantly be obsessed with making the best product in the world. Nothing beats a co-founder, because anybody you hire, they're just going to try to do the job. They're going to probably do good work, but they're just going to do what they have to do to get the job done. They're not going to give it the extra oomph to make it a great product that actually breaks through. And that's what you need in a startup, in a real startup, a tech startup. So again, I caution you, if you cannot, it's hard to find a good co-founder. So what you want to do is, if you bring somebody in, you want to take your time, test them first. Also, if you give them equity, you want to give them equity so that it vests over time. You don't want to give them all the equity up front. Most people joining a startup have a 4-year vesting plan. So it vests over 4 years. And often they have a cliff of like 6 months or a year. So if they leave early, if it doesn't work out after 6 months, they don't get any equity. This is really an important structure. And if they're a co-founder, you really want to make sure you like the person, you communicate well, you have the same vision for the company. All these things are critical. If you're just hiring somebody, not as critical. So a lot depends on your time frame and on what type of business you're growing, what decision is best for you. In terms of equity, it really depends. There's no solid number. It depends how valuable they are to you, right? Are they the type of person, like, they're going to make this business grow, they're going to own it, they're going to be in it as deep as you are? In that case, you can give them a lot of equity, up to what you get, but maybe half of what you get, since you're already going, you already have your first customer, they're paying, and it depends on, are you giving them just equity, or are you giving them equity and money, a combination? So if they're getting paid, maybe they take a pay cut and they take less equity. In general, if you're a tech startup and you're going, I try to conserve cash. I try to keep every penny we can in the company, and I try to pay people mostly with equity. And the rates are all, the amount is all over the place. If they're really going to be a co-founder, they have to get at least 5%. 5 to 50% for a co-founder. Below 5, they're just an employee. Even below 10, they may just be an employee. So you have to think about that. It's your early stage, and you want to, and a lot of it comes down to negotiating with the person and the value that person can bring. Good luck. Go out there and find the right person. Do not settle for second best.